This conference will now be recorded.
System options and set statement we discussed. Today we are going to discuss with data set options. Okay. Next class will be on Monday, regular time. Okay. So we have all these data set options you see: keep, drop, rename, label, where, fixed OBS, label, replace, and the password. Keep, drop, rename, where, fixed OBS, label, replace, password. Okay, so keep is 2. You can see wherever you're using dataset option, you can use after the dataset name. See, data class, set help.class, run. Observe the work library. I'm just copying the data from SAS help to work library. See, class is copied here. So total we have 19 observations, 5 columns, name, age, sex, height, weight. Okay. So proc print. Proc print data equals to class. Run. So you can run this one. As it is, it will be printed. Okay. Let's say dataset option, keep option. Keep is to select the required variables. Select the required variables. It is to select the required variables. And keep syntax that you can see. Wherever the dataset name is there, simply we can use bracket there. Keep equals to list of variables, variable 1, variable 2, variable 3. You just go on listing them. Okay, so this is a syntax of keep. You can see here, keep equals to. So I have 5 columns. I just want to select only name, age, only name and weight, you see. I'll just run this one. Only name and weight will be printed. Only name and weight will be printed. See, while copying, it will copy only. While reading, it will read only 2 variables, name, weight, because we specified keep equals to name and weight. Okay, so this is keep. Let me show you drop. Keep and drop both are to select the required variables in the dataset. Select the required variables into dataset. Both options for the same purpose. See, drop name and weight. See, it will drop name and weight. Keep sex, age, height. Keep sex, age, height. Let's say if I want to select name, height, either we can use keep name and height, or we can use drop remaining variables, sex, age, weight. So this is keep and drop. When to use keep, when to use drop is important. You can see here, we have 100 observations. We have 100 variables. Okay. We have 100 variables. If you just want to select only 5 variables, which to use, keep or drop? Out of 100, I would like to use only 5 variables. Keep is good to use because you can just list like this, keep 5 variables. Variable 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to get, let's say I have 100 variables, I would like to select 95 variables. Which one that you want to, which one to use, keep or drop?
Drop.
Better to use drop, because if you are using keep, you need to all the way use 95 variables. So drop is good to use. The only thing is when to use keep, when to use drop is important. Otherwise, keep and drop any way to select the required variables. So next is rename. Rename is to change the variable name. Change the variable name. So rename is to change the variable name here. I'll just write the syntax here. Rename equals to open bracket. Here keep and drop, only one bracket is enough. But for the rename, 2 brackets. Let me write the syntax. Dataset name, bracket, rename equals to existing name equals to new name. Existing name equals to new name. Dataset name, within the bracket, 2 brackets. With the dataset options, the only problem is using bracket. Most of the times, you may forget the brackets. You see, I have to close with 2 brackets now, but I used only 1 bracket. It will show you in the log window error. You just need to check log window and check that. Okay, so this is rename equals to open another bracket, and whatever the variable's names change, that you can write it here. Okay, so let me use rename. I'm just going to use in the same thing. Rename equals to open bracket. I'm just changing sex to gender. The variable name, existing name is sex. I'm just changing it to gender. Sex to gender. Can we rename multiple variables? Yes. Let's say name, first name. See, both variables are renamed. Similarly, we can use another name. Let's say age equals to age underscore. The new name also we need to follow the naming conventions. Age underscore enrollment. See, age underscore enrollment. Clear, right? So this is rename. Can we use multiple variables? Can we use multiple variables? We can use multiple variables. We can use multiple options and we can rename multiple variables. Okay, see, this is my requirement. I would like to select the required variables. At the same time, I would like to rename them. So that means I have to use two options: keep with rename or drop with rename. You see, data class. Otherwise, we'll change the existing one only. Class. Keep equals to. Keep equals to name, sex, age. Name, sex, age. So keeping only three variables at the same time, renaming all the three variables. See? You can see. Okay. So keep equals to rename equals to. Drop equals to rename equals to. Okay. So this is what you're using, keep, drop, rename. So keep, drop, rename. All the three, we are using variables. These are all play with variables only. Okay, keep, drop, rename. We're all using variables. How to manage observations then? So I will explain how to manage observations. These three options used to manage the observations. Okay. So you can see here, before we go further, we have two automatic variables, underscore numeric underscore character underscore. So underscore numeric underscore represent all the numeric variables. Underscore character underscore represent all the underscore character underscore represent all the character variables. Okay, let's see. Data. Set help.class. Let me use underscore name, underscore numeric, underscore. Keep equals to, drop equals to. We can use numeric. So if I use this one, it will keep all the numeric variables. In the keep, if I use underscore numeric underscore, this represent all the numeric variables. See? Let's use character underscore. It will keep all the character. See? Name sex. So we can use even with the drop. Drop character means it will keep numeric. Okay. Drop character means it will keep numeric. Drop numeric means it will keep character. In the keep option and the drop option, we can use numeric and character. Okay. So keep, drop, rename. Based on these three options, I'll just give you another example. I have baseball data. I have data baseball. You know, I have baseball data in SAS help library. I would like to read it into work library, but I just require, out of all the variables, I require three variables: player name, CR runs, CR hits. Only three variables. And rename one of the variable. Rename CR runs to carrier runs. So this is my requirement. I would like to read baseball data from help library to work library. At the same time, three variables only I require, and renaming carrier runs to CR runs to carrier runs. Tell me the syntax.
Data, baseball, set, SAS help, dot, baseball, yeah, run. We need to keep the three variables. So keep equal to CR runs, CR hits, and name. Okay. And rename. So for rename, X name. It means name equal to new name.
I don't want to rename all of them. I just want to rename only this only one of the variable I would like to rename.
Okay, okay.
CR run is equal to carrier run.
CR runs.
CR runs equals to
New CR runs. Okay.
carrier run.
Okay.
I already give right. You can see.
If you keep character also used, right? Characters, only characters only will come. So in that case, observation case, the numeric values will come.
Can you repeat, Mahesh? Yeah, sorry.
You said no.
What did you say?
You said characteric and numeric, right?
Right, underscore character,
Yeah.
underscore numeric underscore, correct.
Yeah. If keep equal to only characteristic, if you put in the observation column, the 1, 2, 3 numbers also coming, right?
That is default.
Okay.
We can't change that one. That is default. If you don't want them, you can use no OBS.
Okay.
That is observation default column. It's not showing here. You can see.
Okay. Thank you.
Keep character underscore character. No OBS will suppress that observation column.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. So now you understand all of you understand this keep drop rename, right? I'm going with the where. So where is very similar syntax will be very similar to rename. Rename equals where equals to what we wrote in the rename. Rename equals to open another bracket. Are also where equals to open another bracket. Dataset name equals dataset name within the bracket where equals to condition. So what exactly where do? Where is to select the required observations. Using keep drop, we select the required variables. Using where, we select the required observations based on the condition. Based on condition. Based on condition. See data class. Set help dot class. Run. Proc print data equals to class only. Run. Now this will select all the 19 observations, you see. I don't want to select all the 19 observations. I just want to select only female students. Let me write the condition. So where equals to open bracket sex equals to, as it is character, I'm using quotation and it is case sensitive. If I use small f, you will not get whatever there in the data, the same thing that you have to use here. In the data, I have uppercase F, using the same here. And moreover, sex is character variable. That's the reason using quotations, using two brackets. One is to accommodate the option, another is to accommodate the condition. Now you see only female students. Let's say, let me work on age. Age equals to 13. Only 13 age students will be selected. Age less than equals to 13. 12, 11 also will be selected. So this all depends upon the operators, lot of operators that we have. That we'll discuss in separate class. We have topic conditional statements. In that again we are going to discuss where, but with different operators. We are just using limited operators, equals to, greater than, less than, like that. Okay. So greater than, less than, like that. So we have and operator, or operator, less than, greater than, in, not in, lot of options. Between operators, we have lot of operators. So let's say use and operator. Let's see. We are selecting ages less than equals to 13. At the same time, I would like to select only female students whose age is less than 13. I would like to select only female students whose age is less than 13.
And
So age is less than equals to 13, sex equals to female. You can see. Using AND operator, see, selecting only female students at the same time age is less than equals to 13. Both the conditions are satisfied here. Select this. Lot of operators that we can use. We'll discuss in detail later. So where is to select the required observations based on the condition. Let's say in one variable, if I want to select two options, two values. Let's say if I use age equals to 13, it will select age 13. I would like to select age 13 and 11 both. Use or operator.
Hello.
See, 11, 13. Or ages 15. See, 11, 13, 15. Okay, or operator. Okay. In case if you want to select along with these, if you want to select sex equals to female also and sex equals to female, but the only thing is age should be in separate bracket. And we can create multiple data sets. Multiple data sets. Create multiple data sets within the same data block, single data block. Within single data block. Let me show you how. Data. I would like to create class 1 with all the numeric variables. Set help.class. Run. Data class 2. Set SAS help.class. Run.
Ma'am, good evening.
And you can see here underscore numeric underscore character underscore.
Ma'am, I look at the case in there, madam, advocate.
So we'll run this one. See, class 1 will be created. So keep equals to. We should try to keep equals to. keep equals to.
చేసిన
You can see here.
అదే చేయలేదు సార్ చేస్తా ఇప్పుడు నేను
See, class 1 is created with all the numeric variables. Class 2 will be created with all the character variables. So I don't want to use two separate blocks here. I have separate block for class 1, separate block for class 2. I don't want to use it for separate blocks. Class 1, class 2. That means within the same block, you can just go on creating multiple data sets. See, you can create class 3, class 4. At a time, you can create multiple data sets within the same block. No need to use separate blocks for this. You see, I'm just clearing the work library and you can say check now. See, class 1, class 2. Open and see. So this is my requirement. You see, I would like to have data set with age 13, data set, separate data set. Okay, let me just clear. Class 1 with the age 13, class 2 with the age 15, class 3 with the age 11. Can you help me with the code?
Data.
Data.
Class 1.
Okay.
Where.
Perfect. Where?
Age equal to 13.
Age equals to 13.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Class 2.
Continuation, you can write class 2.
Same condition equal to 15 and 13.
Right. So this is 15.
And class 3.
Right. Class 3. Age equals to 11. Right. I'm not using print here, but you can see class 1, class 2, class 3 will be created. Class 1, 13, 2, 15, 3, 11. Perfect. Let me go with the next topic, next option, which is first OBS and OBS, both. First OBS and OBS, we cannot use it in the first OBS and OBS. Remaining all, keep, drop, rename, where you can use it here in the data statement. You can use it in the set statement. You can even use it in the print statement. Wherever data set name is there, we can use option. Data for keep, drop, rename, where options. But first OBS and OBS. First OBS and OBS. These two we cannot use in data statement and proc statement. We can only use them Only use them in set statement. We can only use them in the set statement. You can see here in the set statement we can use first OBS. First OBS will select the observations. So first OBS and OBS also used to read the observations based on row position, row number. Row position, row number. Let's say default first OBS will be 1. No need to specify 1. Anyway, it will read right from the first row. See, this is the first row. Okay. I don't want to read it from the first row. I would like to read it from 5th row. It will not read from the first row. It will read from the Henry. It will not read from Alfred. See? Henry. And out of 19, it is printing only 15. So if I want to read it from 10, only it will start reading from 10th row, John. So this is first OBS will tell SAS to print the data from that observation. If I use OBS 10, it will read up to 10. 10th row will be the last row. Let's say 5. 5th row will be the last row. Henry will be the last row. If I want to read starting from 5, ending with 10, what will be the first OBS and OBS? Starting with
OBS
5, ending with 10.
equal to 5.
This is equals to 5. OBS equals to
10.
10. Okay, and you can run this one. See, 5 to 10. Henry to John. This is 5th row. This is 10th row. So first OBS and OBS. Label. These two are very simple, label and replace. Label is to add the descriptive label to dataset. See, you just see some datasets in help, baseball data. Right click on this, see the properties. See, the description is given. What kind of data it is? 1986 baseball data. See, infant birth weight. See. So how did you get this description? Airline data, monthly, Jan 49 to December 60. So how did you get this one? How did you get this one? If you add label, see, if I create class, if I create class, see, right click, properties, no description is there. If I want to add the description, label equals to, you can add description. This description, when you're adding, no rules. No restrictions. Up to 256 characters, you can add any description. Demographic data of class 4 students. See, when you right click on this data, properties, see. So it will describe your data, add descriptive label to data, so that if anyone wants to see what kind of data it is, they'll simply right click on the data and see the description in the description column. So this is label. What about replace? Replace, yes and no, but default is yes. Yes or no, but default is yes. Right. So replace, yes, no. By default, replaces yes. Let's say I already have data with the name class. How many variables are there? Name, sex, age, height, weight. 5 variables are there, right? I'm creating another data with the same name, but which is holding the random data. Something. If I run this one, existing class data will be replaced because by default replaces yes. See, when I open class, see the data is replaced. But I don't want to replace this data. I don't want to replace this data. So you can use. When I run this again, this is also replaced, you see. Again replaced. Now you have data, name, sex, age, height, weight. This time I would like to run this one, but I don't want to replace. So replace equals to no. See, it is not replaced. See, it is still name, sex, age, height, weight only. It's not replaced. It's not replaced, but it will show you log. Nowhere the data is created also. XX data is not created anywhere. See, class, work.class was not replaced because of no replace option. Clear it? So you need to realize by checking log and change the dataset name. Now this will be created. ABC created with this ID and X. So when you have important data with the same name, or when you don't want to replace any existing data, better to use replace equals to no when you are creating any data. Because sometimes if you have thousands of data, we are not able to recall which is there, which is not there. Better to use replace no. So it will throw you error in the log window. So and so data is already there. It is not replaced. You can easily recognize and change the name and run it. Okay. So we are remaining with password. In the password, we have different options: read option, write option, alter option, PW option. In different ways that you can create this password, we'll discuss later. Password we'll discuss later. Okay, do practice. With today's email, you're going to get the assignment also. You can complete the assignment. No need to send it to me back. But if you're facing problem, you can just take the screenshot and send it to me. Clear it?
Okay, ma'am.
Some point